And their transport work.
Their country was at war. Their brothers, fathers, sons were at war. And so were the women of World War II.
For whatever the work they do, they're releasing men for sterner duties, and if that isn't helping to win the war, what is?
In December 1941, conscription of women became legal in Britain, and they were drafted into the war effort. But many volunteered before they were even eligible to be conscripted. Daphne signed up for the Auxilary Territorial Service, or the ATS, at 17 years old.
For me, from being a village girl, it was another world. I came out into a world that I met all sorts of people that I never would have done and learned how everybody else was living. And it was a wonderful experience.
As for smartness, compare their marching with the men.
It wasn't just marching, it was actually working. Diana was a cook. Well, part of our night duty, when we were night duty, because we were doing 24-hour shifts, we had to go and call the cooks at 5 o'clock in the morning on our duties.
In fact, Diana was just 16 when she was stationed in Essex as an ATS cook, attached to the Royal Electrical Engineers.
It's about 5 o'clock in the morning, cutting about 400 or 500 slices of toast in an old machine thing.
What was it like, Diana, being with all those men?
All right, all respecting each other, yeah. Some of them were a bit naughty, some made them behave themselves.
Joyce was a first aid nursing yeomanry, or FANY, providing support to secret agents behind enemy lines.
I was in a transmitter hut, which you had to tune the transmitters, that was bringing in the agents' messages in code, in Morse, to the signal office. It had its terrible times when you suddenly found that agents cut off and there was dead silence. One didn't know what had happened the other end.
And Betty was part of the code-breaking operation at Bletchley Park. In fact, 3/4 of the staff at Bletchley were women. For both Joyce and Betty, their work was top secret, and under the Official Secrets Act, they couldn't tell a soul what they were doing.
We knew that we could speak after 1975, but because we'd held everything in for so long, as my experience, we didn't feel inclined to say anything.
It was rubbed into you so much, you just didn't talk.
Yeah.
Now, the secret's out. Brought together with the help of the Women's Royal Army Corps Association, these women are sharing their stories at the launch of a book that's all about them and the other army girls.
What happened in World War II is women, the feminine idyll, was pushed into the most masculine of all organisations, the British Army. And you know what? They put up, they shut up, and they delivered in spades.
In addition, their work includes much training that will prove invaluable after the war.
On Remembrance Day, we reflect on the losses of past wars. More than 700 women died in the ATS alone during the Second World War. But these women want memories of the past to guide a path for the future too.
If we could possibly avoid wars by using peaceful tactics, the world would be a better place.
Yes.
And in order to do that, they've got to...
the history, isn't it?
It's history.
They do,
yes.
really.
We're history.
Yes.